Is it possible that humans have traveled to Mars either in recent times or far back in history? And could photos sent by space probes prove this? Or is it simply another myth? Get ready, because this takes us beyond our world. Mars, Earth's second nearest neighbor, circles the Sun at an average distance of about 142 million miles. It is a freezing, dry, and harsh planet. No human has officially stepped onto its surface. Or have they? Mars is clearly the next big step in exploring our solar system. But could our connection to the red planet be deeper than we realize? Is it possible that we have secretly been to Mars? Could ancient civilizations have journeyed there, or even begun there? In 1976, the spacecraft Viking 1, which was orbiting Mars, was assigned to capture images of the planet's surface and send them back to Earth for study, helping to choose landing sites for its partner mission, Viking 2. Toward the end of July that year, Viking 1 returned 18 photos of an area in the northern hemisphere that had never been explored before. One of these images would later spark curiosity for many years. At first, it looked like nothing more than an ordinary plateau. But when examined more closely, in a space covering about 25 square miles, a huge face-like shape appeared to be looking back. Around it were other formations that seemed unusual and unnatural. Later, NASA scientists explained that these were just optical illusions. Still, the idea of life or civilizations on Mars had already been popular in science fiction. And once the image was released, people's imaginations took off. Other shapes in the same area, including ones that looked like a city or a five-sided pyramid, were also pointed out. Some argued these could not have formed naturally, although most geologists disagreed. The location became known as the Cydonia Complex and inspired many writers and alternative theorists over time. As clearer images were taken from different angles and at higher quality, it became obvious that the face was simply a rocky hill. The effect was created by light and shadow. In truth, it didn't really look like a face at all. Even so, not everyone was convinced. In 2004, the Spirit and Opportunity rovers started sending new pictures from Mars. One image taken by Spirit in 2005 and later noticed in 2014 seemed to show something like a human skull, partly buried in the ground. This is likely an example of pareidolia, the human tendency to see familiar shapes in random things. Still, the similarity was striking. More images came in, showing rocks that looked like long skulls. Later on, the Curiosity rover also captured similar images, leading some people to believe that ancient civilizations might have reached Mars. Over the years, some have claimed that cave drawings and artworks from the Middle Ages show UFOs and meetings with alien beings. Skeptics say this is just interpretation, but others think it might mean more. Opportunity eventually stopped communicating, but other rovers kept sending back images, some of which appeared quite strange. Certain photos seemed to show shapes like bones, such as a thigh bone, or objects that resemble a statue's head. In July 2014, a former Marine, calling himself Captain K, said he had spent 17 years on Mars, guarding human colonies from local life forms. Others, Michael Ralph, Randy Kramer, and Corey Good, shared similar stories about secret bases on Mars and the Moon. Laura Magdalene Eisenhower also stated that she had been invited to join a colony on Mars. Some people think that rover images support these claims, pointing to shapes that look like creatures figures, watchers, or even UFOs. However, none of these pictures offer solid proof. Most likely, they're just rocks with unusual shapes. The human brain naturally tries to recognize familiar patterns, especially faces, in random images. As for the claims about secret space programs and colonies on Mars, there's no real evidence backing them up. For now, the most logical approach is to trust the official view of space exploration. Even so, the idea that humans may have visited or even started on Mars is still fascinating. The solar system is very old, and it's possible that one day we might find fossilized signs of life on Mars or somewhere else. And who knows, maybe those images really do show bones, or maybe those stories are true. Until we have clear answers, it's best to keep an open mind.